To achieve anything, one needs resources, whether it be something intangible like knowledge or something tangible like food. Without resources, it is impossible for us to accomplish anything. You have come this far in the society and technology due to the development of resources. As humans, you utilize resources every moment of your existence. However, exploiting such resources could lead to drastic, often negative changes in the surroundings. One such example would be global warming due to the over-exploitation of fossil fuels and deforestation. Physical resources refer to the things in nature such as land, water, plants, minerals, animals, wind, and sunlight. These resources are harnessed for the production of goods. Land is used for agriculture. Water is used for domestic and commercial purposes. Minerals are mined industrial, domestic, and other purposes. Trees and other plants are used to make lumber, paper, medicine, and other byproducts. Wind and sunlight can be harnessed to generate electricity. Physical resources are classified in two ways: renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are resources that can be recycled, resupplied, or replaced after it has been used. This includes land, plants, animals, and water. Non-renewable resources are resources that cannot be replaced or resupplied after they have been used. This includes bauxite, petroleum, diamond, and other minerals.
The Earth is the only planet that is suitable for life in this universe. Life exists because of its interaction with the resources that Earth provides. It is interaction that creates a balance between the living and the non-living resources that sustain both of them. The three most important non-living resources for us is the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the land we live on. Without these three resources, we cannot exist. In this section, we will discuss the importance of air, water, and soil for the sustenance of living beings. First, air. Air is a mixture of gases that is composed of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and a very small percentage of water vapor and other gases. The fact that air contains so much oxygen is not because the earth provides us the atmosphere with that composition, but because living things like planet produce oxygen for over 2 million of years ago from carbon dioxide. The oxygen in the air is essential for animals to survive because we use this oxygen to produce energy from the food we eat. The carbon dioxide we breathe out is a thorn required for plants to trap energy from the sun and turn into the food. The air also has another important function. It regulates the temperature's moderating effect. The earth would be freezing cold at night. The movement of air or wind bring us rain in very season. Polluting the air by releasing hazardous chemicals can thus threaten the existence of life and can alter climate patterns.
Water. Water is called the medium of life. All life of the planet requires water. There are some forms of life that can live without air because all the chemical reactions that occur of living cells occur seas, rivers, and lakes. It is also found in the atmosphere as vapor and as solid in snow, glacier, and ice shelves. 97% of the water on the earth is found in the oceans and is too salty for us to drink. Of the 3% that is available as fresh water, 98% of this fresh water is trapped in glacier and ice. Only a small amount of these natural resources is available in the rivers and lakes. Soil. The minerals useful for the life and found in the upper crust of the earth. But most of these are found in the rocks, which cannot be used by plants or animals. Instead, we need them crushed into small particles, which we call soil. The soil is formed by the breaking up of rocks by various geological, climatic, and biological process. Soil contains minerals such as iron, zinc, nitrogen, compound, etc. that are the essential to sustaining life. It is also hold water and makes it available for plants to use. Soil also contains ore from which we can extract minerals such as iron, copper, gold, and aluminum. Thank you.
Land use and climate change impact on global soil erosion. Climate change is expected to lead to increased soil erosion in many locations worldwide, affecting ecosystem services and human well-being. Climate change is changing how we do things on land. Extreme weather events like floods, droughts, and heat waves are projected to increase across the country as temperature rises. This extreme weather will change how we use our land and potentially will make some land unusable in the future. Effects of land use changes. Land use changes occur constantly and many scales. It can have specific and cumulative effects on air and water quality, watershed function, generation of waste, extent and quality of wildlife habitat, climate, and human health. As the relative outputs of agriculture and forestry are altered by temperature increase, land productivity across the planet will be altered. Over the next several decades, warmer weather in low-latitude regions will increase the likelihood of drought.
Good day, sir. I am Rhea May de la Peña. Together with Miss Antoinette Sabinay, we are assigned to discuss about soil erosion. So soil erosion is the denudation of the upper layer of soil. It is a form of soil degradation. This natural process is caused by the dynamic activity of erosive agents. There are 6 types of soil erosion. First, wind erosion. Wind erosion plays a major role in arid or semi-arid regions. This can result in evaporation, desertification, crop damage, or land degradation. While pictures of tumbleweeds and windstorms are often associated with the American West, the reality is that wind erosion can steal valuable topsoil from any location where the soil is dry, bare, and unprotected rather by vegetation. Second is rill erosion. Rill erosion are shallow drainage lines where water begins to collect in the form of depressions and begins to erode soil. Picture a sandbox after a child has trailed their fingertips through it. While the scale tends to be a bit bigger than that, and it only expands with more than time rather and water, that's the basic effect that rill erosion has on the land. Third is a splash erosion. It occurs when raindrops fall into soil. The soil begins to break into individual particles which can easily run off when water or wind is introduced. This type of erosion is hard to detect. If you look closely after a hard rain, you might be able to spot places where small bits of soil have been splashed up onto various surfaces.
Floodplain erosion. The area along waterways are often incredibly fertile. They also offer easy access to water for irrigation and may even provide a way to transport goods to market. With the benefits they offer, it's no wonder that agricultural operations have often settled alongside waterways whenever possible. However, There is danger lurking. As you can see po, marami na pong gumuguho na lupa dahil sa ulan at sa baha. Gully erosion. If wells are intended to, the erosion will continue. Eventually, the narrow strips of land separating the multitude of wells will be swept away, leaving one larger scar behind. Once again, the erosion has evolved to a new stage. A gully is a channel that's too deep to be eradicated with normal stillage methods. Makikita rin po dito na kung paano gumuho yung kanal nang dahil po sa baha. Sheet erosion. If rainwaters begin to move the soil that's been loosened by splash erosion, the erosion of the soil progresses to a new stage. It's now called sheet erosion. A heavy rain or runoff that crosses a shallow surface can allow enough water to gather to pull the loosened soil particles from surfaces and sweep them away. Sa larawan na to, makikita po dito na sa sobrang lakas ng ulan, gumuguho na yung lupa.
The cause and effect of soil erosion. What causes soil erosion? According to geoscientist R.P.C. Morgan, soil erosion is usually caused by a mixture of events that naturally occur as well as the influence of human activity, having affected regions such as those bordering the Mediterranean Sea or China for millennia. Soil erosion is one of the side effects of heavy rain. Massive amounts of water can displace the top part of the soil, dispersing materials such as fine particles, organic matter, and silt. If the phenomenon continues over a longer period of time, even heavier sand and gravel particles will be displaced. Heavy farming is another major cause of soil erosion. Working the land by raising crops and through agricultural activities and the levels of organic matter within it, leaving it more vulnerable to the effects of heavy rain. Wind is also known to greatly reduce soil quality and cause erosion, especially when paired with another erosion facilitating factor. Light winds, however, do not any damage to the soil structure. The types of soil moves affected by wind are light and sandy soil, which can easily lifted and transported onto another plains.
Soil effect erosion. The effect of soil erosion can range from mid to catastrophic. The biggest effect is definitely the loss of topsoil, the fertile part of the land that can be used to grow plants. This alone can cause food shortage and famine in many parts of the world. So, this means our biggest effect in this soil erosion, such as soil erosion, decreased soil fertility, which can negatively affect crop yields. It also sends soil-led water downstream, which can create heavy layers of sediment that prevent streams and rivers from flowing smoothly and can eventually lead to flooding. Once soil erosion occurs, it's more likely to happen again. Another soil erosion removes the fertile layer of the soil. This layer is rich in the essential nutrients required by the plants and the soil. The degraded soil does not support crop production and leads to low crop productivity. Another major issue caused by soil erosion is possible water contamination and population. Since the water can be effectively absorbed by the land, runoffs will occur and carry fertilizer or pesticide with them. So they are 8 major caused by soil pollution to soil erosion. They are industrial, waste deforestation, excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides, garbage pollution, climate change, loss of soil fertility, impact on human health, deforestation, and one of the common is running water. The contaminated water can do further damage to the environment by poisoning and killing fish in nearby lakes and rivers. It also can make its way into source of drinking water, becoming a real threat to the health and nearby populations. Fish kills can be defined as any sudden and unexpected mass mortality of wild or culture fresh over a short period of time. It could be due to the populations or contaminations of water or a combination of natural and human industrials in the environment. Climate change Rises in temperature are projected increase in the frequency of algal blooms may also increase risks. Soil erosion is not a new problem for humankind, but it definitely a pressing one. Through carefully farming and crop management, water control and drainage, as well as properly educating individuals about the danger of soil erosion, the problems can gradually endure. So, erosion is a serious problem of productive agricultural lands and for water quality concerns control. The sediment must be an integral part of any soil management system to improve water and soil quality. A rate of soil can be transported by wind or water into streams and underways. Sediment is a product of land erosion and derived largely from sheet and road erosion from upland areas, and to lesser degree from cycling erosion activity in gales and